Welcome to the official AFL Fantasy Podcast with the Traders, thanks to Sportsbet.
G'day with the Traders. I'm Roy, I coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie.
Coach of the Wanderers.
He's back from Moron Mountain.
About time. We let him out of the cave.
Coach Mighty Calvinator and boys, it's great to be out of the cave.
Have you come back recharged?
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
biggest thing.
I'm fresh.
Captains have lacked?
Yeah, it has.
Are they going to be back?
I'll tell you what, my top three last week averaged 120.
Right.
I'm back.
You are back.
Wow. And did you do that work at the mountain?
Yeah, I did a lot of work at the
Are
mountain.
you confident about this week then?
Very confident this week, Warndog.
Because we will hear about skippers coming up very soon on the show.
I saw the joke you guys did the other week too.
It was good.
Failure. At the end of this year.
Failure?
Yeah, it was failure.
What?
People
At least
loved
we
it.
actually delivered it.
No, they didn't.
That's true.
At the end of the year, when we cut this up into like a montage? Is that what it's called?
Best of.
We need a montage. It'll be like that goes out of it.
Really?
Yeah, that's not good
What
enough
about
to
the
make
delivery? People will call him Warn Dog the mailman.
He did. I agree.
Kapar.
He was.
All right. A couple of things happened today. One of them, our mate Rocky sent this tweet out. Have a listen to this. Have you seen his little boy?
Daddy Pig.
His little fella's calling Rocky Daddy Pig.
Daddy Pig.
I'm not Daddy Pig.
Yes.
My name's Daddy.
You tell him, Rocky.
Daddy Pig.
It gets no
fantastic.
better than that.
I
It gets
get
no
called
better.
bloody Daddy Pig.
Yeah.
Mostly because I look like Daddy Pig, not because I'm a fantasy pig. So, poor old...
Oh, no.
All right.
It's priceless.
The other
So
thing
good.
that did pop up too was a 10-year Facebook memory about Heath Shaw being suspended for gambling.
The rule?
So
Yeah.
10 years ago, the rule was invented of reverse trade. So people might be playing the game now, may not have been around back then.
No.
We didn't have the opportunity to reverse trades. And so Monday marks, for example, doing your trades on Monday, they're locked in for the week.
So we got that changed.
We did.
We were like, that's
Heath
not
Shaw
on.
got it changed, to be honest.
Well, he did. He helped us.
Do you remember where you were at that time? I remember it was a Friday, obviously.
Yeah.
I was at work, at school, teaching, period 7, which is our drinks that we have
Yes.
afterwards. Before I went down there, did my trades, locked it in, because, I wasn't probably using the phone that much 10 years ago to be able to do this.
Oh, you were,
trade.
but it was a savvy.
Anyway, going from there, and then heard the news that he was suspended like half an hour later or something like that.
Yep.
God, that would have made me happy
It was like
knowing
about
that happened to you.
4:40 p.m. or something like that. Like, ridiculous. When most people knocking off work would have locked in their trades. And anyway, it was a big one when that all happened.
Let it go, dog.
Yeah. 10 years. It's a long time, though.
It is.
I'm glad you've shared
And
the
it's
memory.
such a good rule.
Yeah, it is.
Can you remember you had to pump it into a calculator to see if you could get to someone?
Yes.
Because you couldn't just...
Do it on your screen.
Oh, crikey. Nervous time.
Now, a couple of things have changed for this weekend, Cal. I'm not sure if this affects your captain picking much, but...
Highly doubt it, Doc.
The GWS and Sydney game is now in Gold Coast.
Yes,
Gold Coast, that's where it is, at Metricon Stadium. That's been moved from Saturday Arvo to Sunday night now.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there's 4 games on Sunday.
Loophole relevant.
Yeah, well, it is loophole relevant if anyone was in that one for you for that. So we'll talk some captains later, but that's the main one, apart from the fact that the Bombers and North Melbourne game has been moved to Metricon as well. So, did you see that? What? So, captain, see you later to Nick Hine last week.
See ya. Don't score me 70s. Yeah.
Yeah, then comes out and has 112.
Oh, I'm aware of that.
Yep.
Yeah, at Marvel. Yep.
Yeah, at Marvel. And then old mate here,
Okay.
Bombers away from Marvel now, possibly for 3 weeks.
No.
Look at him.
Great trade.
Do you know what?
Thanks, Nostradamus.
He was... I should have checked this stuff too. He has the next 4... He had the next 4 at Marvel. I was going to have to bring him back. No longer.
No.
He'll suck again. I'd get rid of him if I was you.
Okay.
No, he's a good player. Right, let's have a look and see if we've got any teams yet, and we don't. And I reckon that might be because there could be a few issues for the AFL with all these fixture changes, possibly. Hopefully they get these out nice and quickly. We'll see how they're going. But thank you for people tuning in. Good luck to all our Melbourne friends who will be in lockdown for the next 5 days. So
Sucks.
fingers crossed that you come out of that
You know what?
very soon.
We'll make you a really good podcast on Monday.
We'll try.
Not even today's, and you can listen to
Yeah,
this.
this one's not going to be as good. I'm saying on Monday it'll be packed.
I don't think we can top tonight.
Well, I don't think we can. Well, maybe.
Well, we've got the teams in. Here we go.
Right.
So,
Thank
Friday
God.
night footy in Richmond and Brisbane. We've got Kane Lambert. Matthew Parker's in for his debut.
Parks.
308K. He is a bit too much.
Too much.
But still, value with what he's been doing in
good
the
form.
VFL.
Should have
Great
been
form.
170. Should have been 170.
Cry me a river, Justin
He played
Timberlake.
last year.
Yeah.
Like, he was only delisted at the end of last year. Anyway, and Nank is back in, or will he be? So the outs for them, Riley Collier-Dawkins been omitted, Thompson Dow omitted, Patrick Nash omitted, and Jack Ross, who was a medical sub.
God, gone
for
bang.
Brisbane, they have brought in Jackson Pryor, Ryan Lester, and Tom Fullerton. So Fullerton's come in essentially there for... Eric Hipwood,
Oh,
so
poor
who's
old
out with that
Hipwood.
knee.
Yeah.
Poor dude. Marcus Adams is injured. Callum Archie has been omitted, and Reece the Beast Matheson is out as well. Saturday, Arvo. First game is 4:35. That's going to feel a bit weird on a Saturday. Is Gold Coast and the Bulldogs. So Caleb Graham, Josh Corbett, Noah Anderson come in. The outs, Hugh Greenwood. Poor old Hugh.
Oh, it sucks.
At least it's not an awful knee.
Yeah.
No, it's not as
Just
bad
a
as
bad
what it could
knee,
have
not
been.
an awful knee.
Oleg Markov is injured, which could be handy for some people who wanted to pull the trigger. Now
Yeah.
you've got no excuse.
Wow.
Yes, he can go.
Yes,
But
because a lot of people were asking
with
about
injuries
it.
mounting,
Yes.
it might be harder. Rory Atkins, the medical sub's out. Also, Sam Day is out injured. So, for the Bulldogs, Norton Crozier, Josh Dunkley is back.
Dunks.
Handy
Whoa.
for draft teams that
Isn't
have
it
held that for a
ever?
long time.
The timing.
And
Yep.
Rourke Smith, the outs. Anthony Scott has been omitted.
Oh.
Lewis Young omitted. Mitch Hannon omitted. Mitch Wallace omitted. And Tom Liberatore has been managed.
Tom.
Melbourne haven't made any changes for Hawthorn. This is a 4:35 game as well. They've brought in Mitch Lewis. Ned Reeves, the ruck.
Okay.
He's back.
Yeah.
Could be a downgrade option. We're all looking at him as a downgrade option. Then he didn't get a game.
Here comes a McElroy rest. I can feel
Oh,
it.
no.
Tim O'Brien come in. Outs. CJ injured. Jack Scrimshaw injured. Segler injured. So not big boy.
Oh,
now.
you got to hold him now?
Nah, he's gone. He's gone.
Saturday night, St Kilda and Port Adelaide Saints. They were happy with themselves beating Brisbane last week. No changes for them. And so for Port, Boyd Woodcock, Peter Laddams and Riley Bonner come in. The outs there. Connor Rose injured. Also, Stephen Motlop injured. Zach Butters injured. And Tom Cleary omitted. That takes us to the Sunday games. Now, this sucks a little bit more too because we've got 4 games with just extended squads. So,
Oh, why'd we even come in here?
Crows and... Hang on, let's try to do them in order. So,
Please.
the North Melbourne and Essendon game. Atu is into the squad, Roy, with
Oh, good.
Corin Hayden, Lockie Young and Tom Campbell. Ben Cunnington hasn't flown up, so he's outmanaged, which sucks there because he's been so
He's
good.
been awesome.
very
He was
good.
a trade target.
For the Bombers, Cole Langford is officially out. So
See ya, mate.
at least you know that now. Coming into the squad, Brandon Zirk Thatcher, Dyson Heppel, Nick Bryan and Sam Durham.
God, that hurts Hind. Hep back.
He'll be right.
He'll be right, I hope. Maybe he goes. Anyway.
Collingwood and Carlton. Coming into the Collingwood squad, Ginnivan.
Oh, yeah.
He's there, the mid-forward,
Snagged
170k.
4 last week, didn't he?
4 goals last week, 11 in the last
Yeah,
3.
good form.
Caleb Poulter comes into the squad as well as Mason Cox and Tom basketball background Wilson.
Whoa.
Will Kelly is out injured, Roy.
Oh,
what about that hard
give me
luck
a
story
break.
that we saw?
Oh, that was rough.
Poor dude paid the 171k for him last week, gets injured, and he's missing out on his preferred trade this week by $1,000.
And how much does Will Kelly cost now?
Yeah. Oh, 170,
170.
yeah, so... Ouch.
It's a horrible game, this, Bill.
It is.
Why do we even
Horrible.
For
play
Carlton,
it?
Will
know.
Setterfield has been omitted, named up straight up that he's been omitted.
Oh,
even
there's
though
a
it's
message.
suspended
There's a
squad.
kick in the guts.
The ins, Josh Honey, Liam Jones,
Sweet.
Lockie O'Brien and Zach Fisher. Then we'll go to the 440 game, which is the Crows and the Eagles. McPherson, Fogarty, or Fogarty. I can't remember which
Fogue.
one. That one's Fogue. Is yours Fogarty at
Yeah.
Carlton?
Think so.
One of the two. And Himmelberg, Tex Walker and Tom Lynch come in. Ben Davis, the Medi-Sub, is out. And Tom Duday is out with the concussion for the Eagles. So they brought in Connor West.
Yeah.
170k mid. Some great numbers
He's a
going
scorer.
on about him.
He's a
22 years of
scorer.
age.
Prime age.
Average 104 in the waffle.
Delicious.
Had like 130s and stuff in the
Yeah.
waffle.
Oh, ceiling.
Can play.
Can play.
play.
So he's probably the pick of the downgrade targets
I
this
reckon.
week, or the options that we've
I feel
got
like
there.
he'll come in for a 70.
They've
Easy.
said that he's playing.
Right.
So let's hope he's not a Medi-sub playing.
Oh, that's
Don't do that. They've learned.
People do it.
They've learned.
Only happened a
still
couple of
do
weeks
it.
ago. The other players into the squad include Bailey Williams, Harry Edwards, Mark Hutchings.
Oh,
That's the retiree,
Hutchings,
according to John Army on the Monday podcast, and Xavier O'Neill. Barras is out injured, as well as Brendan Archie, and I think we must have one game to go, and that is GWS and the Sydney Swans. Far out. It feels like there's been about 50
does.
No,
games.
get to it.
So out, we've got Shane Mumford is out.
Oh,
Whitfield, as we know, concussed. Lockie Ash has been omitted.
saw that coming.
Bobby Hill managed. Coming into the squad, got Jake
Steiny.
Yeah.
I love it when Steiny's
Yeah.
back.
Matt Flynn, but no.
Oh, come
Briggsy.
on. I thought Briggsy might get a run there.
Yeah,
so
both
do
of them. They're good in
They
tandem.
are. Flynn Sanity got the gig.
De Boer, Stephen Cornelio would have to be one of those ins there.
Yes.
Tanner Bruin, Xavier O'Halloran and Zach Sproul. For the Swans, no outs at this point, but the ins, Callum Sinclair, Dylan Stevens and James Rowbottom. Have we come through unscathed?
Pretty smooth sailing.
That's really smooth sailing. to be
Langford
honest.
and Whitfield, which are two that we knew about.
Do any of you
so
guys
it's not-
have, what's his name? Anthony Scott still?
No.
No.
So I've still got Scotty, but he's just burning cash. He can just
He's
sit
just
there.
another
He's a downgrade waiting to
Red
happen.
dot rookie.
And he's got a little bit of cash on him.
He
so
does.
it's not a disaster.
No, he's got a bit on his head.
And I had Lockie Whitfield as well, but got some big plans for Whitfield for later.
Do you?
Big plans.
Hi, it's Nat Edwards. AFL Daily is a new daily podcast from the AFL. Each morning, Damien Barrett and I will share the biggest stories and the biggest opinions in footy. We'll connect the dots and tell you what the stories mean for your clubs and your favourite players. AFL Daily, your new daily footy habit. Available wherever you listen to podcasts.
So a big week of trading we've got coming up ahead of us, gentlemen. And, let's look at what the punters have been doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number one, most traded in player is Jordan De Goey.
Excuse me, say the name again.
4,100 coaches have
Say the
brought
name
in
Never
correctly.
heard of that guy.
Jordan De Goat.
Thank you.
So we're all back on board. Well, Roy and I have been long time
spent the
De
year.
Goat fans.
No,
Now,
I've
you
been-
jumped off early.
I started the year with him.
Yeah.
I'm a committed fan. Now,
Yeah.
Dog, this is the first time this year he's priced more than what he started at.
Right.
Okay, so obviously he dropped, had that time up forward, and now the GOAT is back in the middle,
He's in
averaging.
some serious form.
Gone 116 in his last three. He's a captain option, Roy.
He's a captain option.
He's a captain option.
Look at the turnaround
He's
here.
anyone's
He's
a
not
captain
going to be
option.
in your list, is he?
He gets a mention.
He gets a mention.
Doesn't
Too
he?
right, he did.
Talk about
So the thing
some
with
of
him,
those
though,
shortly.
like this is the last week we can just say bargain.
That's it.
He's still under 700k.
If you-
haven't even missed the boat.
No.
You've missed some thumping scores.
That's
but
it.
price wise,
Yeah.
you are in the game.
When does the boat sail and you go, oh, I can't get on the boat anymore?
When he reaches Took Miller's price.
Okay. Is
At
that
900
right?
and
960
something.
whatever it is. Yeah, right, okay.
No, I don't know. He's like, and the fact he's a forward and he's scoring like this.
Yep.
I don't know when the boat has sailed. He's just a must-have. This, if you don't have him this week, you have to do it.
The other most traded in players, Lockie Bramble. So he's still, I guess, gettable at his price, but at 305, it's starting to feel like that's too much.
Yeah.
Unless, of course,
Yeah.
he has to be that M8 for you, or F6 because he's got the forward
F6
status
is
now.
handy. That puts a nice
So you
spin
could
on
get him in.
F6.
But
Now,
would you get him, or would you get West instead of him?
Well, the thing
It's
is,
a lot of coin.
It is
135K.
West ticks a lot of boxes, and early in the year you just launch on West. But
Yep.
Bramble with those injured Hawks defenders,
Yeah.
that's where he floats back, and he gets marks back there. He takes kickouts back there.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
So I don't know. I
Let's-
think safety wise, if it's on your ground, you better
Yeah.
go Bramble. I think.
Right.
So he had 99 last week.
Yeah.
Before that, though,
Yeah.
a 65.
Which is solid
You would
for a
take
rookie.
that,
Different
and then a
role.
couple of 40s.
Different role.
Yeah, so you've got to back it in.
He was
it was
playing
only Fremantle.
mostly as a forward then in those first
He
couple.
was.
Yep.
And
So
now
now
he's
he's got this-
now
Especially now Newcomb is...
I wonder where he's named.
So
If
Newcomb
the-
didn't come back in either.
No, he
No,
didn't.
Duke. If he's named,
After being managed as well. That's what they called it.
oh boy, what did he do on his
Some of
week
this
off?
messaging. The next most traded in player, and that is Tim Kelly, which on surface at 568k
Back flank.
looks all right.
So Bramble is named on the half-back flank.
So Tim Kelly, but we did see from Steve Allen over in the West did tweet a photo of him touching his knee. I don't know if that means much, but
Clutching his knee.
Could be
I
a
would say.
drama for him.
Yeah.
I was hot, very hot on
You
him
were.
until that point. I think I can't do it now.
No, his price is right. His form is
definitely.
right. But goodness me, if he was touching his knee, I wouldn't care. He was probably itchy.
Yeah.
If he was
Clutching
it,
Yeah.
So an interesting one.
And just on that,
Can't do it.
a little flag as well.
Yeah.
So Harry Schoenberg tagged Parrish last week, did a fantastic job. If Kelly plays, he gets that. Mm-hmm. So there's
Kelly
another.
gets it.
He does get it, 100%.
Man, oh man.
So he will be clutching his
with a
knee
clutch.
with a tag.
Oh.
Couldn't think of anything worse.
Can't
all right.
bring that in. That's not value.
You can't bring
Lockie
it in.
Neal, number 4 on the list. Happy with that?
Yeah, I am
Great
because
fixture
of
coming
Cal's
up.
scale of Ricky chances for a hardness.
Yeah.
He's got an easy run, doesn't he?
He does. He's
And
got
his
a great
form
little run
Isn't
coming up.
bad. His form is good.
Yeah.
In our heads at the moment, there's the injuries and that we keep thinking about and missing weeks here and there. But I think he's right.
Yep. The only one with an easier run than him is Sam Walsh. Great run coming up.
Oh my!
And you don't have him, do you, Cal?
No, I don't.
Is he tempting?
Oh, yeah.
Have you
You could
seen how
save
good
coin
that guy looks?
instead of going your mate Took Miller.
I'm going Took. You know why I'm going Took? Because you can captain Took. You can't captain Walsh. You could probably vice captain him.
Calvin.
I think actually Walsh comes in number 6 this
Does
year.
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that his highest ever?
It probably would be.
Oh man, have you
He's
been
good.
watching him lately, boys?
Yeah. He can't be stopped.
He's good.
Even Danger came out and said
Yeah.
he will be probably one of the greatest of all time.
And how long have I been saying? You laughed at me early on.
No. Now that Danger has said it,
Yeah.
I'm on.
Yeah, good.
Jake Lloyd is next on the list.
Like it.
Prime for
Tick.
the picking.
Tick.
Now that they're not playing at Ballarat as well.
Yeah, that helps.
That's gotta be a
way
positive
too windy.
thing.
Way too windy.
Wasn't
for
good
him,
for any of those defenders.
God,
there.
it wasn't, was it?
He's exactly 200k under his starting price.
Yeah.
Wow.
Coming off 116. Gotcha, bug. 216 last week.
That was a nice catch. Now, the thing with him, though,
Yeah, flag.
yes, he was that really, really high price. He's not going to score at that.
No.
So he will score at 100.
Yep.
Which is great.
This is great.
He's still a great buy.
Yep.
But he's not going to score at what that original price suggested.
Yep, agree.
Moving along, Brodie Grundy. Roy, how tempted are you?
I'm not tempted. I'm doing it.
Oh, you
I
are?
can't look at that thing for another week.
Yeah.
Riley O'Brien.
Yeah,
Because he had a 70, didn't he?
Oh, was it? Yeah. Well, that's not as bad as I thought. Yeah, but
Really?
still.
It's still the look of him, not the score.
I trusted the eye. I thought he had 20.
Yeah, so he's like Brodie.
You know what it's
yeah,
like.
I do know what it's like. You just have to have him, don't you?
I think you have to have Grundy, and he's going to be too expensive the longer you wait.
Yeah,
Isn't he? So,
well, what
and
did he tick over? $7.99. So he's about to tick over
that
the,
magical
the
8.
800
Now, the thing
figure.
is, DeConning, he's a great
Which is-
kid.
yeah.
But, God,
should have a big game
Grundy's
this
in a
week.
bit of beast mode at the
Gee,
moment.
he is.
His teammate Taylor Adams. That's who I'm going to bring
Great
in now.
pick.
Instead of
Another great pick.
Instead of Tim Kelly, I just think I might as well go there as my big boy.
People
So-
are switched on at the moment. They know
are.
finals are on the horizon.
Yep.
Great trading.
All good numbers. I see down 844 coaches further down the list are bringing in Took Miller. They are happy to shell out $936
Good on 'em.
$1,000 to do it, Cal.
You know why? Because he'll never be this cheap again. Right? And I'll tell you why.
He's got a life changer.
A break even of 113. Okay, I am happy to pay that. I am definitely not happy to pay $950, but $936 is a bargain.
So for $200,000 less, you could have
Don't care.
Lockie Neal
Because-
with a dream drawer.
Because Took Miller is a walk-up VC over the next 3 weeks.
Remember who calculated the dream draw?
That's it.
Yeah. Taylor Adams, about 180.
Don't care.
You say.
Have you not seen this guy had 200 on the weekend, dog? 200.
I think
If you did your calculations.
I think he had 10 tackles at half
Hang on.
time.
Yeah, right. Who's that?
We did say the other day we're going to answer calls if they come in. Hello? Oh, hang on.
Hang on. What have we got there?
Who we got here? Sorry?
It's Jordan DeGoey. How are we?
Jordan, it's the goat! It's the goat! It's the goat!
Hey, Goat! Unbelievable! How you going, mate?
Yeah, very well, thanks. How are you guys?
Oh, we're that good now. We
Whoa,
get to
whoa,
talk
whoa.
to the Goat. So, we're a bit starstruck at the
We
moment,
are.
Goat. So,
Have you been tuning in and listening to us talk about you for the last 15 minutes?
No, I haven't actually. I've been trying to do some cooking actually, so I haven't heard much of what you've been saying actually.
Well, basically, we've been talking you up. You are the most traded in player this week, and probably off the back of those last couple of weeks that you've been delivering for us, are we going to see more of the same for these last 6 weeks of the season?
Mate, that's a great question. I'll definitely hope so. I've been putting in good form lately, which has been nice. So, yeah, for me, it's just about keeping it up. So I don't see why I can't do that.
Because it's all about that role, and that's what we've been. We were big believers. Roy, Calvin and myself were on board from round one, and we didn't have the best of starts to the year as our player-coach relationship there for our fantasy sides, but it has come round to doing what we wanted, and it's about that role. So is it midfield time? Is that the thing that's done it for you in the last few weeks?
Yeah, I think so. It's a bit more freedom, you could say, in the midfield than playing up forward, and especially the way we were going earlier on in the year. Obviously, when your team's not going too well and we haven't been putting in the performances we wanted to, it makes it hard playing up forward. So just to have a bit more of that freedom to play in the midfield and just try and get a bit more ball to our forwards definitely helps, I think.
All right, Goat. The real questions we want to know the answers to. So when was the first time, if you have heard it, I assume you have, but when's the first time you found out that you are now referred to as Jordan the Goat?
I don't know about that one. It's funny, yeah. It's probably maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, I heard someone say it.
Oh,
and then I had a bit of a giggle, but I didn't think it was going to stick. And now more and more people are calling me that. But I definitely wouldn't agree with that. I haven't accomplished what I wanted to yet. So, but yeah, it's quite funny to hear.
Yeah, mate. Well, you have to keep your eye on the articles on afl.com.au. If we've got anything to do with them, you just check the spelling of your name at the moment.
Yeah,
we'll make sure everyone knows you are the GOAT.
No worries.
And you'll also hear from the crowd, mate. People might start making like goat noises as you walk past.
It'll happen.
Like, yeah, not that. And it's a compliment, so don't get offended. Now this week, obviously, you're up against Carlton, and in round 2 you scored 90 against them, 90 fantasy points here. You kicked 4 goals. Prior to that, you scored 110, and you kicked 2 goals. What can you give us this week? Like a 130, a 140? What's on the cards, you reckon?
Gee whiz, guys. Obviously, hopefully I can get higher than both those scores. So, yeah, maybe a 130 would be nice. But, I've got to obviously put the work in and get the job done. So I don't want to get your hopes up yet.
So a 130, we'll lock that in, boys.
Oh, we'll lock it in. I've got full faith, mate. You look that good out there at the moment, and we are loving every minute of it.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Jordan the GOAT, for joining us here on the official AFL Fantasy Podcast. We are very keen to see what happens over these last few weeks. You have got, well, what was it, boys? It was like 4,500 coaches, I think, have jumped on this week after the last few weeks as well.
It's been massive, GOAT, Mr. GOAT.
It's unreal.
Unbelievable.
Well, thanks so much for joining us, and good luck over the next, 6 weeks. That's the most important part for us, so you can win us some league finals.
Beautiful. Thanks for that, guys. I appreciate it.
Go get them, go.
Cheers, legend.
Thanks.
Well, can you believe that? That's the GOAT.
The real GOAT.
Was that a prank?
Was that GOAT?
He doesn't do any media.
No. He's got this
he
media.
does.
You know why?
He knows.
From the cave.
Oh, you
well
were
done,
busy.
Cal. You worked that.
I promised you boys, I said I will get onto the GOAT, and I invited the GOAT to come, and he went, no, I'm not going to Moron Mountain, mate.
He was there for the first few weeks of the year.
I said, let's see if we
recovered.
GOAT's, it's a cool GOAT.
He is.
He's a
Very
great
cool
GOAT.
That's a great GOAT.
Well, if you were umming and ahhing whether you get him in or not this week,
130.
there's your... So I love at least that.
I love... Oh, yeah.
He scoffed, or whatever
I
goats do, at those earlier scores. He's not doing that.
Wow. Amazing.
To GOAT.
To GOAT.
Well.
God, so we've had just random calls from Hugh a couple of weeks.
And a GOAT.
And GOAT.
Wow. When does a GOAT turn to a pig?
I'll tell you what, if he keeps this up,
Yeah, could be.
be a pig goat.
A pig goat. Exciting.
Gosh.
You're listening to the official AFL Fantasy Podcast, and this is the Gold Diggers thanks to Sportsbet.
All right, we are going gold digging. So far, for Freeze M&D, we've donated $421.50.
Holy hat!
So that's good. So with our Bet with Mates, so start a group, bet together and share the moment. Roy?
Yeah, I was no good last week, and you wouldn't believe who let me down.
Who?
By one touch. I asked a fair bit, but I asked for 30 from De Goat, got 29.
He was a reason you
Yeah,
let him know about
I
that.
should have, but yeah, so no good.
Rightio. Friday night, I'm up, boys.
Yes.
And I'm looking at anytime goal scorers here in Dusty and Zorko. I want Zorko to get more than 20 touches, and your boy, the Baker,
Bakes,
to get more than 20 as well.
Oh, God, you're asking
25 on that, returning 625. I reckon that's a good one.
Yep, your other one, Cal.
And the other one is just straight up wins. I think GWS get the win, Brisbane and the Bulldogs. There's one upset in there. 25 on that at 479.
All right, we'll have a look at that. Cheer that on. Now, you can find Bet with Mates in the Sportsbet app. Start your group and share the moment of betting together with your mates.
Group members must have a valid Sportsbet account to participate. Live betting not available. Conditions apply. See sportsbet.com.au for more details. As always, gamble responsibly.
Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
He's back.
I'm back.
He's back.
I am back, all right, Warren. And I'm going to kick it off with...
God, the notes are back.
I've got notes.
I can confirm two different colours.
Right.
So he hasn't got the
Do
four.
we still need the four colours?
No,
He
I
hasn't got
do.
the
I've
quaddy.
gone a blue and a black.
He's gone a jewel.
We'll pass around the hat.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, so we're going to kick it off with Took Miller against the Bulldogs. Now, the Bulldogs are usually one of the hardest teams to score against. However, in the last 2 weeks, the Swans and the North Melbourne, you'd say they're not great fantasy teams or scorers. They had 9 tons against the Bulldogs. The wheels have fallen off.
Wow.
Took will cash in. This is a guy who is worth paying up for, I might add here, dog. In his last...
cows crept back.
No, we've missed out on these scores. It's as simple as that.
Oh, yeah,
he has
it's wrecked our
gone
season.
132 in his last 6.
And people are putting a V or a C on that.
Well,
Think about what they're getting every week.
Yeah.
He's
That's
got
nasty.
low ownership, and I'll say it again. If his name was Brodie Grundy and he was pumping out 132 in his last 6, we are bending over
just
backwards
have
to
to
get
pay
him.
it, wouldn't
And
you?
now we just let this go.
There's a difference, though, between rucks and lots of midfielders that can go...
Based on what, dog?
No, okay.
The numbers are there,
I'm
mate.
okay with you doing it because you do it every year and then it comes back to bite you.
It's
in the
not
backside.
bite me. At Metricon, where he's averaged 131 in his last 5.
He had 100 at half time.
He
had 10 tackles at half time.
There's no tag coming up for him in this. He's a great vice-captain option. Early look on Saturday.
Imagine if we put 2 second halves together like first half, though.
Yep, and he will. And then...
Another 100.
no.
And then
He only had 50 in the second half, Cal.
What? Hang on. No, that's fine.
All right, who else you got?
The thing with him
In
is,
your
though,
list.
he does it with
okay.
tackles. So I love a captain
14
that does it with
last
tackles.
week.
Yeah. Also on my list here, we've got Brodie Grundy up against old DeConning.
Yep.
He should have a field day like he did against a ruckless Richmond where he had that 139.
Yeah.
Okay, so since coming back, 139, 99 and 115.
Yeah.
Last
Solid.
scores against Carlton, he's already played them once this year. That would have been against Pitbull. He had 122.
Yeah.
Before that, the numbers are ridiculous. So it's all looking good for Grundy as a fallback option on that Sunday afternoon.
Right.
Should
All
be fine.
Should be great. Love Jared Lyons or even Lockie Neal here or even Zorko here against Richmond on Friday night. They should absolutely smash those guys.
So you shouldn't save 200K for going to Lockie Neal over...
I don't care. I'm doing it. Wow. It's not a trade segment, dog. Stick to the script. Also, Aaron Hall. We love a bit of Aaron
We
Hall
do.
action. And he's only up against Essendon. He's already played it once this year. It was actually only 8 weeks ago. He had a 122.
I liked it more when I thought it was at Marvel.
Yeah, same. So at Marvel, he's averaged 126 in his last 4. Now, just on this, looking at Parrish and Zach Merrick, I know they're quite popular trade targets. Or not trade targets, maybe captain option or at least fallback options on that Sunday. Against North Melbourne, they've only given up 4 tons in the last 3 weeks.
They're a good team now.
Right, they've switched on.
I don't bag them out anymore, if you've noticed.
For GWS, the top scorer was Josh Kelly with 106.
Yeah.
For the Bulldogs, the top scorer was Libba with 119, Bont 104, and then before that, Took had his lowest score in the last 6 weeks against North Melbourne, which was a 112.
They're having a dip.
They are harder to score against than. So I'm saying that Parrish and Merritt are not your fallback options. I think we have better. Okay?
Yep, no, that's very fair.
So
I would still have more faith in those two if there hadn't been the change of venue.
Agree. Max Gon's not a bad option. His form is just not the greatest. So his highest score is 108 in his last 3.
Yeah, you don't want it.
You'd be expecting a little bit more than that.
So what are your current plans then? Which way are you going to go?
So at the moment, I will be going vice captain on Took.
Oh, God, you're taking that.
I'm doing it, and going into Grundy on the Sunday.
Right.
Because I have, I've got multiple loophole options for that.
Roy, where are you going, VC?
Well, the VC, that's the interesting one now. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to go with that. There's guys, I wanted to go, I wanted to have a look at Sam Walsh in that matchup this week, but I really have to play the Grundy safe, bring it home with Grundy. So I don't know where I'll go. Maybe
McRae, is he still an option?
No,
he's not.
He's just no ceiling for me.
The thing is
Tom
with
Mitchell's
him,
earlier in. He's Friday night.
Tom Mitchell is.
No, he's not.
Saturday Arvo. So
I'll
against Melbourne.
Yeah, I'll probably have a look at that, or go random and go Clayton Oliver.
That's not a bad
nice matchup.
Yeah, that's not a bad one for Piggy Mitchell. So the only issue I have with him, so Melbourne are the third easiest team in the last 5 weeks to score against, but Jack Viney last week tagged Wines. So if he does that again, you would assume it goes to Piggy. But look, it doesn't matter.
Although if he reads the media about Tom Mitchell not having any influence with his 40 touches.
Why does this happen
It happens all the time.
He plays for a team that is struggling. He goes out there and works his little piggy tail off and gets his hands on it 40 times. I watched it here.
Yeah, he's not about the metres gained. He's not getting it on the outside.
He's giving it to them. This is really quite annoying, actually.
It is, I can tell.
The thing is, people watched his highlights of it and said he wasn't working hard on that. If you watched him out here, he was working to both ends. He equal third most tackles for the game.
Yes.
No defence in it?
Agree.
Come on.
Yep.
Anyway.
All right, Cow, did you bring a joke back with you
now
from the mountain?
I do, but I've got 3. And I
What?
but they're...
Don't waste them.
No.
Don't
You've got to
waste
understand.
them. How good was last week's?
That was terrible. That is the most predictable, crappest joke I've ever heard.
You hate that joke.
Yeah, because
Why
I
do you
get
hate it?
Because I've had it sent to me about 150 times.
Why was only
just
one
use
person
it?
that sent it to you?
Right, here we go. This is the example of a joke that I have to go through.
Right. So there's no pressure on you to deliver a good one here.
Now, this is a bad joke. Yeah,
Okay,
this is the sort of stuff I've got to
Set
scroll through.
yourself up for failure.
Why do pirates carry swords?
I don't know.
Because swords can't walk. You're an idiot. That's not funny.
Yes, it
No,
is,
it's
because they don't
not.
have legs.
We'll end it there then.
Oh, Jesus.
What else have you got?
I don't know if
No
I can top
wonder you're
that.
self-handicapped.
I know.
It's so bad. That's awful.
I know. I don't mind this one or the next one.
Oh.
What did the ocean say to the pirate?
Don't know.
Nothing. It just waved. That's not bad. And to bring it home strong,
Fine.
this is my favourite.
Yeah.
Why couldn't the pirate crew play cards? Because the captain was standing on the deck.
I like that.
That was all right.
Got a question for the traders? Tweet the boys at AFL Fantasy or head to facebook.com/AFL Fantasy Official.
All right, let's hit up some questions that we're getting in the Facebook chat here on AFL Fantasy Live. If you are listening to this in podcast form, you can watch this live on the AFL Fantasy Facebook page.
And you'd want to watch it live.
And if you are watching it live, give us little love hearts, give us little reacts.
Imagine what you'd be sitting there at the moment going,
Comment your questions.
The real
That's
goat.
the real goat.
Was the real goat.
That was the real goat.
It's a bit dangerous that I've got his number now, though. But anyway, Goat
wasn't thinking.
No.
All right, should have done a block number. He would have been smarter than
Stalker
that. All
dog.
right, let's go. All right. Fiorini, is he an option for Jared?
Yeah, he is. Especially if you've given up like me. He'd be someone who would be high on my radar at the moment. But he's
He
a
can
scorer.
score.
We've always wondered why he doesn't get a game. He's getting one at the moment. Hugh is out.
Yep.
Fiorini is there for the rest of the year. And I'll tell you what, he's unique.
Very unique.
Some may say for a reason.
Yep.
But the dude can score. He's always been able to. So, go for it.
Love it.
Is, for Benjamin, Sean Darcy a risky VC? Should you waste it tonight?
It's not
Geelong.
You know what? It's not a bad one because
I reckon
Geelong
he's all right.
Geelong rucks give up a fair bit.
They do.
So I'm happy with that.
And God, he's another one I watched out here.
Yep.
Amazing.
And
Absolutely amazing.
Thing is with your VC,
He's a good player.
you
He
want to
is.
go. You have to go early.
Yeah.
And it's even like when Bramble got that 99 out of you the other day.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it.
No.
Because all my other spuds had already gone.
Yeah.
So if you need to use your VC nice and early.
It's getting a bit easy to have spuds that you can use now.
Yeah, true. It's very easy for me. But the thing is, with him as well, if you're confident with who you've got coming, you might as well have a crack at him.
Yeah. All right. The other questions. Dunkley. Could you get him round first week back?
No, I don't think you can. He's still worth a lot of money.
Yeah, but he hasn't got a bad score there making him drop that badly either.
So he's got a break even of 108.
Yeah.
Priced at 823.
So what are you backing in there? Whether he's fit?
Yeah.
It was only his shoulder, isn't it? So he's been running.
Thing is, he's the same
pop out
price
again.
He's the same price as Zorko. I'd be taking Zorko.
Yeah.
over
It's not
him.
like he's cheap or anything.
He's not going to come in tackling, is he?
No.
He's
I
just getting
think
right
you can't
for
get him
finals.
this week.
So no,
you have to
no's
wait.
the
You have to
answer.
see him. You've got to watch him. Now, this is a really popular question, a hugely popular question.
Hugely.
Adams or Neil? Who would you
Okay.
be getting? So you got Cow's scale of hardness that would say Neil.
Which would steer you in the direction of Adams.
Yeah. Who would you be picking
out
out
of those two? I'm going Neil.
Right.
Okay.
Roy?
Neil by a nose. I love
nose,
both of
yeah.
them.
Yeah,
I love
agree.
both of them.
Both are great picks.
Both good options, though.
Yes.
Hugely.
I'm going to throw now, and I know where you guys will go with this because you're an owner, but Clayton Oliver.
I don't like Clayton.
I know. That's what I mean.
Yeah, so no.
Thing is, though, with Clayton, so he's averaged 92 in his last 5. He's not doing what he has done for the last 5 or 6 years. And that's, you bring in a guy like this as that stable pick, the 110 guy that just never misses a game and gets his 110 every week, or at least averages it by the end of the year.
He does.
Thing is, though, against the Hawks, it is such a good matchup for him.
is.
If Freo can have 5 players who ton up against Hawthorn, you would assume that Clayton Oliver will as well.
He started really well last week. He had 40-something in the first quarter, but then got tagged. Well, Petraka has an absolute field day. So they still send the tag to him
Because he's taggable.
because he's taggable.
Whereas Petraka probably isn't.
So you're ranking here then
Third.
Neil, then Adams, then...
Yeah. But I know as a non-owner, the price is right for him. I'm not doubting that.
Agree.
But
someone-
if it's out of those three, he's third for me at the moment.
Agree.
Someone just asked there, Adams or Walsh?
Oh, I'll stay out of this one.
I think it's Adams for me.
It's Walsh for me. Great run. He has gone 120. Basically, what have I got here? Walsh has gone.
Are they the same price then? I would have
Mate,
thought Walsh might have been a bit
He
more
went
expensive.
through, he got tagged real hard.
Yeah.
Remember, he struggled with the first one until he learned how to do it. Now he doesn't care.
Doesn't care. He's
When he gets
120 every
tagged.
week. Don't worry about that. So it is Walsh over Adams for me.
Yeah, $7.96. You're paying 50 odd K more.
Okay.
for
Or
Walsh.
Walsh. Oh, you're going to Adams.
Can we talk about Adams's injury concerns?
That's a concern.
Yeah,
Too right
it
it
is.
is.
It's only got 6 weeks to get through for us.
Yeah, but he probably hasn't even played 6 games.
Stuff happens.
Oh, look, yeah, it does. He's played 8 games, to be honest, but he's played the last 3.
Yeah.
Now,
And
Josh
he's been
can't afford...
He's a gun. He's a gun.
Josh
I
can't...
don't- Sorry. Don't avoid Adams through fear of injury.
No.
Okay.
He looks great, I think. At the moment.
Josh can't afford to get to GOAT. Is Stevenson an option?
Yes.
Yes?
Stevenson is an option. He's coming off 150.
Yeah, I know.
To get 150, you have to be really good.
Agree, but he was only playing West Coast.
Only playing West Coast. They were supposed to be a finals. They were supposed to be a premiership contender.
If that's all you can get, then that's not a bad option.
It's not a bad option at all. It's a good option.
Yep.
His form throughout the start of the year before his injury included one bad game. The rest were 80s. That ceiling.
Yep.
Is that the role he played? Is there going to be consistency in that? That's what we have to answer because his role against West
They're not
Coast
going to win a lot
was
of
delicious.
games either, are they?
No.
Yeah, possibly. But they had their backs up. Like, they were playing well.
The question was, he can't
But they
get
played
to
well the
go.
last couple of weeks.
It was in the wet.
I think, yes, it's an option. He's definitely
Of course he's an option.
He's
around that
break
price.
even's low, and you can move him on in a couple of weeks' time if you
This is
weren't going
another one. If it was still at Marvel, I would say lock that.
I'm going to remind people we've only got a few weeks to go here.
6 rounds.
Yep. And it's time to have a little bit of fun. Pick him. Go for it.
Craig wants to know, we're talking those players that we were before, but Oliver's in there with Guthrie.
Yeah, he
Don't mind Guthrie.
Guthrie over Oliver then. There's your question.
Yes. Yes, it would be Guthrie over Oliver.
Oh, man.
He will, and tonight, expect something massive.
Oh, you've got to go early as well.
They always work out well when someone's listening to this on Friday.
No,
G'day to our Friday listeners.
Yeah.
Get
Well
on
done,
it.
Cow. Or, Cow, we told you that was not going to work.
I'll guarantee you tonight he's going to be big.
Is he?
Yep.
All right.
Great trade target.
So he's better than Oliver to get against Hawthorn.
Yep. He had 100 last week. Oliver hasn't done that, well, maybe since last week.
You know, Oliver.
He got a ton, didn't he, last week?
Just.
Yeah.
You know, Oliver is in Harmy's Roland 22.
Oh, my God. Was Harmy here? Oh, I did see that.
Why haven't you listened to it?
If he was, well, he probably wrecked the whole podcast, did he?
Is it
No,
a
he's
thing
very
where
good.
you guys have all got together and said, mate, Roy, feel real good, we'll all do real crap Roland 22s?
All right, let's hit up a few more questions before we shut this thing down for tonight. Who are you trading first, out of Harms or Houston?
Geez, Houston was bad.
Yeah.
57.
Yeah, gross.
Didn't look good either.
No.
I'm going to say Houston can go because Harmsy's got Hawthorn.
Yeah, fair call.
And I think Hawks, he's going to have a 90 plus this week.
Yeah, okay.
Jeremy wants to know Lloyd or Stringer? Lloyd.
You go the better player, surely.
No, I'm going Stringer. Heaps
Really?
of cash save there.
The old string trick.
What did you say about Stringer at about halfway through the third quarter last week?
Oh, he hated him.
You did.
And then think about what I said about him after the fourth quarter. Orgasmic.
String trick was back.
He was back.
He was
all right.
back all right.
Yeah, look at the money saved.
Yep.
Go the trick.
I'm going to get the string trick on the podcast next week.
Goodness me.
Good luck with that one.
I'm like access to the stars. I can get anyone.
What did you do
Get
up
him.
in that cave?
Just writing on the wall from when they've been there. I'll give you a tip.
Yeah,
to
that's
Cowie,
fair.
call
All right,
me.
Michael
That's
wants
fair.
to know here, is it worth holding Whitfield if you're only going for league?
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Is Whitfield, even if you're going for the best ranking, is he still a chance to be a hold for this
Okay,
week?
the answer is no. And the reason is, picture the worst player in the world coming back from concussion. It's Whitfield. He would not be able to come back from that.
They said he's done well in the last couple of days.
Is the fixture out? Do we know he's only
Yeah,
missing
so
one?
he's going to be right for the next week.
Right.
But that could change still.
It's a
Oh,
no.
that's true.
They play Sunday, so they won't make them play. So, he's definitely fine to play next week.
Hey,
Yeah.
You're being harsh here. This dude come back from organ damage earlier in the year.
well, touche.
And played well.
Came back from a liver better than you have.
That's true. Touche. But it's a no. I'm not a part of that at all.
Yeah.
Big fat no.
I'm holding.
Are you?
Yeah, for the league win.
Yeah.
Do you have him? You don't have
I
him.
think
though,
for a
do you?
league win,
No.
a league win, that's a hold. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
But as
If you're chasing a top 50,000 rank like us,
Yeah, get rid of
you
it.
try-
This one's from Riley. Who are you fielding, Jeremy Sharp or Connor West?
are you backing in Sharp?
Yeah.
At least you've seen him.
So even loop-wise for that one, you've got, if you can loop, you've got Gold Coast on 4:35 on Saturday, and then West Coast to Sunday Arvo. So
Yeah.
if you've got that opportunity with
that
that,
would
one,
be good. Otherwise, who is it? You're the owner.
Sharp, just because we've seen him out there playing football.
I'm a Sharp owner now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he floats. I actually watched him the other day play.
He's good.
He
And
actually
he's-
gets to a lot of spots to get the ball. They just don't give it to him.
Oh.
So,
Well, he's halfway there.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Had lots of players that do that sort of thing. Neil or Lloyd? So add Lloyd into the mix with Neil or Lloyd. I think it's Neil.
Still Neil.
Both great trade targets.
Yep, they definitely are.
Yep.
But it's Neil.
Haynes, would you trade him out this week or hold hoping that he's got a better role with Whitfield out?
I don't think that
As
is
Haynes owners, if you've got an opportunity to get rid of him,
Are they,
would you?
are they still at the windy ground?
So no, that one's gone up to Metricon.
Hold.
It's a hold, and his scores are they fluctuate depending on who they play.
Yeah.
It's like if he's having a bad one, then Cumming has a bad one. It goes in
flow
there.
on a
So up against Sydney on a non-windy ground, maybe he could be
80. 80.
80, yeah.
Non-windy.
non-windy 80. Yeah.
All right, who are you fielding out of Bramble and Sharp then?
Bramble.
Yep.
Yep.
Based on that half-back
Takes
role.
kick-outs.
Yeah, I
Brams?
like that. Brams.
Brams. All right. Bose is an option.
Yep, big
To
time.
pocket some coin.
Big time. His form at the start of the year was sick. He was sensational. He even popped his head in the roll on 22.
What?
Yeah, not everyone does that.
Oh, yes, they do.
Oh, they do.
Jack Darling did, I think.
He deserves it that year. Oh, okay.
God, what's this podcast come to?
Yeah,
What?
it's not good.
What?
Jeez, it's turned.
I used to be a rookie at that too, and I've seen your rookie effort at roll on 22.
All right.
Disgusting.
I think we're done, boys.
We don't
better
have Jack
us-
Steele. You didn't have Jack Steele in yours.
Yeah, I did. He was on the, your outside list that still can on the list?
Oh, those guys.
Yeah. In the mix.
In the mix.
Yeah, he was in the mix.
Right. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Thanks, everyone who's caught us live here tonight. Hit
Thanks
that
to the goat.
Thanks
like
to
button.
Goat.
Yes. Hit a like, hit a love heart for the goat. He'll see that popping up here, I reckon.
And he'll
while
probably
he's-
go 140 if he sees some love
That's it.
hearts.
He wants love.
I didn't ask him. What do you reckon the goat would be eating a couple of days out from a game?
Yeah.
Bit of wheat?
Nah, bit of cannibalism, I reckon. Bit of goat.
Bit of what? Bit of what?
What did you call it?
Cannibalism.
Oh.
What did I say?
I don't know what it was.
Doesn't matter.
I thought you said something about a camel.
What's in that coffee
The
over
goat,
there?
goat eating goat. That's just
I
heaven.
thought you said a camel.
A camel.
I didn't know.
Cannibalism.
Yeah.
Turn it off, dog.
We're done. Thanks so much for tuning in. And, yeah, we'll be back on Monday for the next podcast. Good luck for round 18. 6 rounds to go. Let's go, boys.
Come on.